So first and foremost, we say Karayimba, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Bakakadash. Double honors to the average Millstone, GMS, Google, Teach Well. Today we're just going to go into some basic topics, go into a lot of news. People want to laugh, let them fucking laugh. Whatever, we're just going to go into it. You know? I think it's a double honesty that was possibly good news today. I got a couple articles. So this is from naturalnews.com. Not United Nations. The European Union could die in 3 years due to overspending, over-regulation, and under-investment, warns Emmanuel Macron, right? Which I think he's the Prime Minister of France, right? French president answers a question right there. As one, the European Union is facing an existential threat. In the next 2 years, the bloc risking, there's a lot of typos, is risking, I'm fucking tired. Losing the competitive edge against the world's most powerful nations. In the panel discussion at a conference in Berlin on October the 2nd, the French leader issued a warning and stated that the bloc has got to pass some reforms to its regulatory framework, bolster investments, and address its high social spending. Right. Moving on, the EU could die, Macron said, we're on the verge of a very important moment. We're over-regulating and under-investing. In 2 years to come, if we follow our classical agenda, we will be out of the market. Right? So we know that, EU, NATO and the EU is basically talk about here. It's the book of Revelation 17, verse 1. They came when he said, "Enter the 7 vials," and talked with me, saying, "Come hither, I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters." Right, this is talking about America. Right? America is mystery Babylon the Great, that sitteth upon many waters. Right? Because when you read on down to the end, right? Verse 15, he said unto me, the waters that I saw, they will sit like peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Right? So these are many different peoples that are under this nation, right? And what is this nation is, always been, still is the most dominant, right? Which is prophesied for it to be is America. It's not Russia. I mean, it's up there, but things are starting to change, right? Which Russia will never dominate the world, right? Because it's outside that. The Most High will, His government, the rule. How Shai's government, us under them, we're gonna be the ones to rule, Then the kings of the earth have committed fornication. The inhabitants of the earth have been drunk, and made drunk with the wine of a fornication. Right, following their ways, right, following America's ways. Now I have to explain, what all that stuff is. fast food, and all these different weird doctrines, right? Christianity, right? So he carried me away, the spirit to the wilderness, and I saw a woman, and I saw a woman sit upon a skull-colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. I have no idea what the fuck they was looking at me like that. They never seen a fucking, they never seen a Jake before. Like, I don't fucking understand. I don't understand. Is there a reason why you want to take a photo? Just keep walking, you're good. You can keep walking, you're good. I'm not gonna hurt you. No photos, no, I can take photos. You can just keep going. I'm not taking photos of you. No, I'm taking photos of myself. Good night. Yeah, you too. I ain't in the mood tonight, man. That's when the camping and go fucking bed. Fucking bullshit. Every fucking time, man. Every fucking time come out here is always something. Always fucking something. Well, within the kings of Ephraim committed fornication, having been made drunk with the wine of fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit to the wilderness. I saw a woman sit upon a skull-colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. The 7 heads and 10 horns are talking about where you have the NATO and the EU nations are today. In the ancient world, Rome conquered many different regions. You know, Gauls, Lombards, those areas kind of roughly correlate to like France, Switzerland. Those regions, these are the same nations that make up, you know, NATO and the EU today, right? Because we allude to this, and kind of it's all spiritual. It's all the same Roman Empire coming back. Trees of Rome were set in Rome. This is from Departamento per gli affari Europei. So it's Italian, and I guess he translated it. Treaties of Rome, Department European Affairs, Treaties of Rome. The Treaties of Rome was signed in Rome on March 25th, 1957. They are considered as the foundation acts of the European Community. First established the European Economic Community. First established the European Economic Community, or second one established the European Atomic Energy Community, better known as Euratom. Right, so, of course, from the EEC, the European Economic Community, from that, basically became the EU. But these regions that make up the EU and NATO, those are the same regions that Rome conquered all those years ago when it was in its, prime. Of course, you have, Italy and stuff around today, but I don't hear too many good things about it. I hear actually bad things about that whole region. Right? It's, pretty messed up. It's over here. Verse 4, and the woman, the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with golds and pearls. This gold and precious stones and pearls, having the golden cup in the hand full of abominations and filthiness of fornications. Right? So, this 7 heads and 10 horns that we're watching right now is now starting to go through some pressure. Right? And of course, they're not going to mention this in the article. The reason why they're making these, ridiculous decisions, outrageous even, right, is because America is really the one pulling the strings. America's, the biggest trade partner of the EU. If you can go ahead and pull that up. So yeah, this is from policy.trade.ec.europa.eu. New trade relations, the United States, France, Canada, United developments, United Union, European Union, and the United States. The European Union and the United States have the largest bilateral trade and investment relationship that enjoy the most integrated economic relationship in the world, overtaken by China in 2020 as the largest trading partner specifically for goods. When services investment are taken into account, the U.S. remains the EU's largest trading partner by far. The transatlantic relationship is a key element of the world economy. The U.S. and the EU, where the U.S. is the largest trade and investment partner of almost every other country in the global economy. Taken together, the economies of both territories account for 1/3 of global trade in goods and services and close to 1/3 of world GDP in terms of purchasing power. Of course, the United States is the dominant figure in the transactional and transatlantic trading agreement, right? Because it's prophesied. We can clearly see this. These go down all the time in the UN and stuff like that. All these different laws that European nations may ratify it. The United States will be like, they may ratify it, or they may say that they're going to do it, but they never sign it. So just kind of leave it out there. That's a fact. This warning emerged in this report by former European Central Bank President Mario Draghi. He describes the EU's current economic strategy as an existential challenge. The European Commission asked the Italian Prime Minister a year ago to write a report on how the EU should keep its greening and more digital economy competitive at a time of increased global friction. According to the nearly 400-page report, we need more coordinated industrial policy, more rapid decisions, and massive investments once to keep up with its economy and its rivals. Alright, so the EU is starting to fall behind, the rest of the world. Right? It's only gonna make things more strained. There's more division. And we all saw all kinds of division with Ukraine. So we're gonna see more and more things going on.
हमारे घर पे दोपहर में जब हमने नाश्ता बनाया था घर पे देसी नाश्ता
Chapter 16. Section the same chapter, Revelation 17:15, the same unto me, the watch thou saw, the Lord said, that peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues, and the 10 hosts that saw upon the beast, he shall hate the whore, and shall make them desolate and naked, and shall eat the flesh and burn with fire, right? Now America's the leading one, but really the ones who lead America are Emerald, the Jays, right? They're the ones leading the show. Right? And everyone has put different things in another Amalekites and old photos or whatever. Right? They're the ones that really run this country. Right? You gotta go back to Numbers 24. For the Most High put it in the hearts of his willing to agree and give the kingdom unto the beast, unto the words the Most High shall be fulfilled. Absolutely, right? And that's what they've done. And that's why, many of opponents like talking about the EU as a whole. He's not talking about the good of France. He's not talking about, the German Prime Minister is not going to talk about the good of France in Germany. Right? Because the EU is one big, conglomerate. It's really there for the, the economic, safeguarding of Europe. But, the NATO is basically the armed wing of it. Because you had, 9/11 come down, right? NATO got pulled into that. Because, you have that rule that if you attack one member of NATO, you attack all the members of NATO. Now everyone's jumping down there, everyone's getting together. You got all these special forces groups, shooting missiles, blowing shit up, and they're really putting that boot down. And you have to. So that we're going to that. Now, I'd like to go empty for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get ready to taper out. Started a little bit late today. So, Johannium, Johin, right, is an interpolated phrase. Interpolated literally means added onto, And for context, what even is John 5 and 7, right? So you can go ahead and get that. John chapter 5 verse 7. First John. Chapter 5, verse 7. For there are three that bear record in heaven, the Father, the Word, and the Holy Spirit. And these three are one, right? Now, there's Christians. You got a lot of Christians out here that say, I think it's really mostly Catholics. I don't know. I think Christians say the same thing, to be honest. They all believe in the virgin birth. They all believe in, Serapis Christus, all that stuff, So, text in the comment italics and closed by square brackets. The King James Version reads, which we already read. It became a touch point for the Christian theological belief in the doctrine of the Trinity from the early councils to the Catholic and Protestant peace in the early modern period. Right? So maybe first noted that the words in heaven, the Father, the Word, and the Holy Spirit, these three are one. From the older translations, at 1 John 5 and 7, are thought by some to be sparse additions to the original text, which it is, because that's what an interpolation is. It's like it's almost like an educated guess, right? So the commentary here is a short clause text in 1 John 5:7-8. Erasmus submitted the text and joining comma from the first and second editions of the Greek Latin New Testament because it was not in his Greek manuscripts. He added the text to his Novum Testamentum Omni in 1522 after being accused of reviving Arianism, which he didn't believe in Trinity, which she was right. He was actually correct in that regard. And after he was informed of the Greek manuscript that contained the verse, although he expressed doubt as to the authenticity in his imitations. So he was really made to do that. He didn't want to do that. He really going to do that. You know? So this is something that actually doesn't belong in the scriptures. Right?
God bless you, brother. You too, brother.
This is John. Something that I'm looking for in particular. Once I find, I'm just going to go to pretty much just one word in the Greek. Know about Matthew 24, no one shall know that day, not even the angels which are in heaven, right? There's a clear distinction. John 10:30, right? I and my Father are one, right? So let's see here. The Jews took stones again to stone him. They shall answer and said, Negroes shall show you from my Father. For which of those works to be stolen? Jesus answered him, saying, for good work, the stone be not, but for blasphemy, because if thou being a man, makest thyself God, right? Which is madness, right? It is not saying that he is God, right? One, another, universally, that's a noun, it's an adjective. One commandment, out of a company, placing a predicate, gather unto one, in opposed to a division of parts in ethical matters to dissensions, right? So meaning that they're of one mind, not that they're the same. As respects each one by one severally, successively, it basically means of one mind. Right? As you read up ahead, it says this, verse 29, my Father which gave them me is greater than all, and no man is able to put them out of the hand of my Father's. My Father which gave them me is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. Right? So that right there proves that the Father and the Son are two different entities, the first spirit created. John 1 and 1. Now, how can you be the same if one had to be created of the other? They're not the same. You know? There's no order here. You know? The scriptures talk about, and even Apostle Paul brought this out, it's the glory of the terrestrial and the glory of the extraterrestrial. You know? The heavens have their own glory, their own, different type of order. You know? But I'm gonna close it out. I came out here a bit late, so it's getting fucking crazy out here. So this is and double honors to the elders and the apostles giving this to the GMS to do one as well. With that, so shall I want to close out.